Welcome. This is Dr. Matt Bergman. Eduaide is an amazing resource that you can use to help you design your lesson plans and even resources. But in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can use it to scaffold instruction. So there may be some supports that you'll need to put in place to help students, especially when they're trying to understand something for the very first time and gradually take them away. So if you're not familiar with Eduaide, there it has this brilliant interface. Now, one of the things that you have to consider though is the free version of this tool will allow you to have 15 creations per month. So keep that in mind as you're going through and you're doing things. So I can show you right here. I'm going to put my topic or keywords here, and I can use this to enhance it a little bit. If I want to change up the language a little bit and I want a hands-on project that talks about understanding, and that's not exactly what well, maybe with photosynthesis right here. So maybe that is exactly what I need. So I can do a couple things. I can create, a lesson plan out of this, but like I said, I want to talk about prior knowledge and scaffolding. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the workspace. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me some different types of prior knowledge that students may need to have in order to actually understand this concept. Then what it's going to have is it's going to have some different strategies to activate prior knowledge, to check for relevance, to use visual aids. So it's going to give me some ideas that I could use in this particular situation. Now, the other thing that I can do as well is I have some different types of resources, as you can see, as I'm scrolling through to plan that lesson. But what if I wanted to go in and create, say, an anchor chart? I can do that right here. And an anchor chart allows us to sort of look at key terms, key concepts, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to the workspace. And that's one of the key things about this tool. You got to click on add to the workspace in order for it to work and take hold. So this is the anchor chart. It's a great way to sort of get started brainstorming some ideas. Normally an anchor chart you would use and construct with students, but this actually might be a great guide to even have students create their own or to collaborate as a class. So, other things to think about as well is that perhaps you're trying to have students discuss an article of some sort or a post or current event on this particular topic. I could click add that to the workspace as well, and it's going to provide us some different sentence starters to have that discussion, maybe a group discussion, which once again, that's extremely helpful. But even let's say, for instance, you need an acronym. You want to be able to explain photosynthesis, and you need an acronym to go through and talk about it. I can even have something like that, and check this out. It actually will go through and it'll create an acronym for me on photosynthesis, sorry, and it's doing the same thing for some of the different terms. And so it's actually going through and it's talking about some different perspectives of that, which I think is absolutely amazing. There's also an elaborated analogy just in case you need that. So then there's some tools here that you can use for independent practice if you wanted to do that. Cooperative learning as well. I think that there's a STEM project, a think, pair, share, debate, even a jigsaw activity, which could be extremely helpful. And then what if we wanted to have some discussion questions, right? We could do something like this. We could say, let's create some multiple choice discussion questions. And, that might be extremely helpful, but what if we wanted to challenge students a little bit more? Because one of the things that we have to think about with scaffolding is how do we stretch them as well? Well, we can even ask this. We can go through and we can use the deep question. So deep questioning, that's always a great resource to use. And then one of my one of my favorite ones is the taxonomy scaffolding. So looking at how we could scaffold instruction at each level of Bloom's taxonomy. So if you're not familiar with Bloom's taxonomy, it's talking about remembering, moves to comprehension and application, and moves all the way up to the evaluation and creation levels. And as you can see right here, it has some different ways that we could possibly do that. And once again, we're getting into those deep questions, but these are questions that we could use to sort of help guide thinking and developing a little bit more knowledge on this particular topic. So, hey, let me know what you think. Share in the chat. Share in the comments below what you're thinking about this and any other ideas. How do you use Eduaid? I'll be curious to see. Thank you.